All right, so first of all, we got in a lot of new bourbon. So all the bourbon guys out there, you need to come in, swing in, talk to us. We got some really cool stuff. And first thing we're gonna talk about is our new Elijah Craig 94 pick. Now, most of the time you notice us, we do barrel proofs, but we tasted this proof down and we're like, this is just great. Vanilla, caramel, really nice caramelized apple notes to it. It was just a perfect sipper. So if you're looking for something that's not too hot, not too high proof, it's gonna work wonders. All right, so the next pick is the Yellowstone 119 proof. Now I know you're looking at our last one. Well, the other one's 119 proof. Well, this one's a lot older. This is a 5.5-year barrel from Yellowstone. So if you remember our original pick, which was 115 proof, this just beats that out just by that tiny margin. It is really nice. It's real nice butterscotch, toffee notes to it. Very classic Yellowstone profile, especially if you do enjoy their limited editions. You just take away the finishes they do for their limited edition. Drinks like that, drinks a little bit lower than the proof as well. Just a great bourbon overall. All right, so next we got Dark Arts. Now, I know a lot of people have been looking for this. We're very lucky to actually get these. So we've got their French oak, their barely legal cask strength, and their Amburana wood finished rye. The French oak, this is their core bottlings. The French oak was very nice. If you do enjoy the Maker's 46, or if you think certain French oak finishes have a little bit more of an overwhelming flavor, definitely think about grabbing the Dark Arts French oak. It's not overwhelming. It has a little bit more of the apple sweetness to it, as well as a little bit more of a dark fruit. So if you do tend to stray towards a little more fruit-forward bourbon, the French oak is going to work wonders. Next is the barely legal cask strength. Barely legal cask strength, they took a totally different mash bill, being 51% corn, 39% rye, and 10% barley, which is not used a lot in the bourbon industry. And they just bottled it as a blend. And it was really nice. Really also very fruit forward, so similar to their French oak in that sense, but also has a little bit more of the butterscotch to toffee, a little bit more of a sweet spice kick to it. Then the next one is gonna be the toasted Amburana wood. This is just an outstanding rye. I mean, if you like that Amburana profile, if you do tend to stray towards a little more cinnamon forward notes, you do like that Amburana flavor, it is probably one of the best Amburana ryes on the market. So come check them out. All right, Seal Box. Now, a lot of people know them through their website. You know, I thought for the longest time we could not get Seal Box until recently I found out we could. So we tasted through their line, so their 10-year, their Amburana wood, their Cabernet, but we found the maple finish to be perfect. We've tried a lot of maple finishes in our time, and we've always thought to ourselves, man, these are overwhelming. It tastes like maple syrup. I don't want my bourbon to taste like maple syrup. But this just adds that hint of maple, doesn't make it overly sweet. The bourbon itself has a little bit more of the rye kick as well, so you're getting that nice balance of sweet and spice. Just a great whiskey overall. All right, so probably not a lot of people have heard of Augusta Distillery. They're a new distillery, founded in 2021 actually. They have just started distilling their own stuff, but they sourced a lot of single barrels. So their whole idea when they started was to get great bourbon. So if you look for that classic oaky, really rich caramel sweetness with the butterscotch, the vanilla, the sweet spices, this is going to be your bourbon. Everything they source is single barrels, so each one's going to be a little different. They're all cask strength as well. Some of the best whiskey I've had in recent times. All right, next one is Short Barrel. Now these guys, everyone knows them for the big stuff. The Bee's Knees, the El Jefe, which is their mezcal finish. But we decided to bring in just the classic toasted barrel finish. So if you're a big fan of the Elijah Craig and you do tend to like a little bit more of a nuttier bourbon, this is going to be perfect. These guys have done some great stuff. I mean, just really easy sipping bourbon. So like I talked about the Elijah Craig, if you want something a little different than that, just with a little bit more of a nutty characteristic, definitely think about grabbing that Short Barrel toasted bourbon.